This episode, our annual Christmas gift giving guide. Well, once again, it's that time of year. Time to get the great gadgets for your handyman. Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show. Home improvement and maintenance tips from the pros. Thanks for listening to another edition of the Handyman Pros Radio Show, where our goal is to help save you time, money, and aggravation on your home maintenance and repair. This edition is entitled Our Annual Gift Giving Guide. And to help me explain, I'm here with my ever Santa Claus kind of dude named Mr. John. Johnny, what's going on this week?
Oh, man. It's I cannot believe how fast this year went. I mean, it's kind of almost a cliche. It's I know everybody says that, but man, it's unbelievable. It really is. I guess they say, to slow time down, learn something new.
I learn things new all the time, and it doesn't seem to slow anything down.
I thought you knew everything, Larry. So
just get out of here, Johnny. Jeez.
No wonder everything's going fast for you. Oh, man.
Thank you, John. Buh. Get off my lawn.
Yeah, get off my lawn. Yeah, I'm in that kind of mood. Get off my lawn. I feel like being an old man today.
Yeah. All right, folks, before we get started, we'd like to have, if you could, please like and subscribe our channel. We've got some big news coming up in a later show about the Handyman Pros Radio Show, and it's fairly exciting. So if you would, please give us a like, subscribe, and give us a 5-star rating if you care to. If you don't, well, we appreciate you listening anyway. All right. Hey, why not? Johnny, we got Black Friday coming up really soon, right? My emails have been getting flooded with Black Friday specials, right?
That is true. And you know what? I've been watching them too, because I'm going to be probably purchasing a few small things. Like I just we can talk about this in order here, but consumables is the one thing that I'm looking at.
Yeah, and for me, every year, right? I always walk the big box stores because the consumables, the saw blades and the grinding blades and the just the stuff that you use and tear up, they come in these great packages, screwdriver bits and drill bits and everything. And you get these packages and these specials this time of year. And I don't, why would you buy it any other time of the year? Because the pricing is, it's like a quarter per unit now. It's like a quarter of the cost of normal, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just depends. It depends, but you understand what I mean. And it's just like, I just love like screwdriver bits and things if I need them. I don't need them because I've got enough from past years right now. But when you need them, why not get the kit? You buy the kit for what you buy 5 pieces for, and the kit's 25 pieces.
Right. Same with drill bits. I just looked in my. I just had to do some drilling, pull out my drill bits, my drills, and they're all broken.
Yeah, and so
I'm like due to get some new ones.
Yeah. It's the time of year, and they put all that stuff out in those middle caps, or whatever you want to call it, that special aisles.
Yeah, you can't walk through the store. Yeah, you can't walk through the store without stumbling over them.
Yeah, batteries for your power tools, like your cordless tools. It's always the time of year because they drop the price significantly this time of year. Usually you're buying 2 of them, but anyway, you're buying 2 of them, maybe not for the price of one, but it's a good 50-60% discount over buying them individually, So it's just the time of year to get the consumables, anything that you use on a regular basis. This year, we're doing something a little different. We're going to kind of go through some real kind of interesting, different things instead of just going over a lot of the same things. We always want to mention consumables because really it's hard to go wrong with the consumables, because they are.
And I'll just add this, Larry, that, if you are buying something for somebody as a handyman, these consumables are great. Just the multi-tool.
Yeah.
Blades and recip blades and all the stuff. That kind of stuff is perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Even circular saw blades. You know what? Because you need, if you haven't changed your circular saw blade this year, maybe you should. Right. Right. I mean, no.
We've got a lot of experience with that. Yep.
Yep. And screwdriver bits and stuff like it. So you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
I just wanted, we made a list and we're going to go down this list. And one of the things is always, gosh, it's kind of a consumable to a degree, but a 25-foot tape measure. Get a good one, get a durable one. They're 15 to 20 bucks. It's kind of one of those things that the last ones I bought, I actually got on special. I got 2 of them for the price of one because it was just again, it was a consumable deal that they had. And I was like, well, okay, now I don't need one for probably 3 years, but they do go back. So a 25-foot tape measure, right? What are Johnny,
actually, Larry, it's funny you brought that up because I just bought one for myself about 5 months ago because my old one, they won't stand out anymore for a length.
Right.
And they start just cracking down and drooping down. And I'm like,
it's not worth the hassle.
Right.
We already sort of mentioned this one, but professional drill bit sets, right? Get a good drill bit set and get a lot.
They're going to be all over the place on special. So yeah, you can get some really nice ones right now.
Yeah. And it's just one of those things that, again, drill bits, gosh, do you ever go? Can you never ever have too many? Not really, And literally, folks, if you do, it's kind of funny. I carry a few drill bits I always carry this one little kit with me that's got screwdriver bits. It's got screwdriver bits, and it's got, I got a couple of drill bits in there, and I got, it's kind of if I walk into a house, I
kind of a Swiss Army little thing you got going there.
It's a Swiss Army knife for my drill bit for my drill, right? And I've noticed that my 1/4-inch drill bits in there are now dull, and I'm like, throw them out, put some new ones in.
Right. That's exactly right. And it's funny you say it because what I have is I've got a really nice set of drill bits that I only use for kind of more precision type stuff.
Correct.
And then I've got my old sloppy ones, if I'm just going to be drilling through, just punching a hole in a piece of wood for whatever reason, that one. So,
yeah.
That's we're only talking about $30 to $50, right? So
yeah, that one, those are the ones that are in my little kit. I will tell you this. Speaking of drill bits, one other thing, if you've got a handyman and let's just, for example, say he's got plenty of drill bits, get some self-centering drill bits. They usually come in packs of 3. And they've got this end on it. And it's used for using screw holes in hinges and stuff. And they will center the hole right in the middle. And they're about the same price. They're very, very inexpensive. You can get a set of 3 for about $15. And if you've never used them, it's a kind of a game changer once you use them. So there's that as well, self-centering drill bits. And they're there's 3 sizes, and generally they're not bigger than for a number 10 screw, which is fine. That's all you really need. But really, really, I found them to be very, very handy, particularly doing hinges and door locks and door sets and stuff like that. So that. What's the next one we got, Johnny?
A tool bag.
Yeah. I personally I've got several tool bags, and most of them are I carry, for me, I carry things like my saw blades, my extra saw blades and stuff, my reciprocating saw blades and my jigsaw blades, and then my grinding wheels. I throw those all in a tool bag because on the truck, that way I know where they are, and they don't get they're not splaying out everywhere. So a tool bag is one of those things that, gosh, do you ever not want one?
Yeah, I mean, it's if you've got one that's just been ripped up and smashed up a bit, it might be time, kind of professionalize a little bit, right?
Yeah. Yep. Sure enough. So always a good one. The next one was one that I actually found on the internet. I kind of really liked it. It's a pretty cool thing. It's a tool cleaning kit, and it's got brushes and degreasers and rust protectors, and it's on Amazon. If you type in box cleaners, it's a complete tool kit. It's got chamois cloths and things to keep your tools clean, which is really nice. You and I talk about it all the time. If you take good care of your tools take care of you, right?
Yeah, no, I think this is a great idea if you want to give something, kind of a last minute thing or whatever that you don't. Somebody that's got a lot of, that is a handyman, contractor, whatever. This is a nice gift. I didn't even think about it until you brought it up. To tell you the truth.
Yeah. That's kind of the thing. I was like, oh, that's freaking cool. That's actually a great gift for somebody that's got everything, that maybe's got everything. They probably don't have this. By the way, folks, we're going to post all of this list out on our Facebook page. It's at Handyman Pros. And so I will publish this whole list out. So if you don't have to be out there writing it down, but you can if you want to. But anyway, and we'll put some links on where you can get some of this stuff. But most of this stuff you're going to be able to find out in the big box stores generally. So maybe not. The next group, maybe not. I'm gonna let Johnny take this. Johnny, what's the next group we've got?
Well, you've got this organized in gadgets and technology.
Yes.
So. One of the things that you have down here and is an electric screwdriver.
Yep.
Now, I think what we're talking about here, folks, we always use our drills for all that kind of stuff, but maybe a little bit more for me, a precision little electric screwdriver. So
Correct.
I find myself taking apart a lot of things like fans. I might be cleaning one of the floor fans I might have, or something I use all the time, and some of them have the little tiny screws in there.
Little tiny screws, yeah.
Yeah. So something like this is really nice. It's a little bit more, stuff that's a little bit more delicate than putting in, some fence posts or something, something like that.
Right.
So, you can get those things for about 25 or, $30, something like that,
Yep. And they don't need to be 18 volt because generally you can charge.
No, you want them just to have, just a little one, just a little like a screwdriver,
Yeah. Yep. This is one that I use all the time, and I am because I hate getting electrocuted, and plus I track a lot of wires and things like that. But this is a multimeter. This is a pro grade multimeter, a really nice one. And recently I've just been doing some work on one of my passion projects, and I'm tracing wires all the time. And I've used that I'm doing a couple of different things. One of the big things I'm doing with it is testing 12-volt batteries, lots of them. And you have to have a multimeter to do this kind of stuff, or you just get kind of screwy. Or not kind of screwy. You just don't know is what it is. You don't know.
And what we've got written down here is like Fluke. Fluke is, that's a pro grade multimeter. Right. You're going to pay for it. I will tell you that right now. Now,
you are going to pay for
on the other side of it, they are rugged. They're built for professional use, and they are accurate. So if you're going to take apart washing machines or dryers, or you're working on refrigerators and things like that, and if you're if you're trying to wring out wires and all the resistors and things in there, you want something that you can count on, because a lot of them are going to be within a certain tolerance,
right?
To test. So that's what, that's when these things really come in handy. So for all you guys out there and girls that are doing a lot of electronic stuff, I mean, that's really important to have the accuracy, because when you look in the troubleshooting manuals and things, that there's going to have a range of acceptable range and things like that, especially when you get into now that I'm thinking of it, HVAC systems and furnaces and things like that. So there you go.
Yeah, and it's just really super handy to have if you have a good one in particular, because gosh, when you need it. It's really one of those kinds of situations. When you need it. What's the next one? Oh, big idea. The Design Bit Bar kit, which is actually it's kind of a combination of the screwdriver, but it's also got the extra bits in it. Lots of times I carry two. I carry a Milwaukee multi-bit screwdriver. If I'm just like doing something quick, it sticks in my pocket, but this is the same kind of thing. You can stick it in. This one happens to be powered, but you stick it in. It's called the Bright Idea Design Bit Bar, but you just stick it in your pocket. I use a Milwaukee multi-tip. My Milwaukee multi-tip screwdriver was about $30, but really nice to have in your pocket, so you're not fumbling for every freaking bit in the whole wide world. It's got Phillips. It's got T25, T20s, T bits, T20s, 25s. It's got square bits, Robertson bits, and all that kind of stuff, all in the handle. So you just pull it out. It's a ratchet one. It works really good. I really like it. It's just kind of one of those things that I carry around with me.
Yeah, exactly. And I will tell you that we always try to find, at least me, I always try to find the type of tools that I don't have to carry a whole bunch of them. That one of them does a lot of things.
Does a lot of things. Yeah.
It's just for generalities. So if I walk into somebody's house, I don't have to bring in all my tools. A huge bag of it. I could bring in some small stuff, and I can get a lot of things done. So
yep. I'm the same way. So then the next one we have is the Stabil level set. So this is a matching torpedo, cross check, and magnetic levels for basically for if you're hanging shelves and stuff. But yeah, getting a good level set, sets of levels is really, really nice. Don't forget, if you've got some new employees, make sure they refill the levels and get the
that's important.
Yeah, it's very, very, very important. It's an inside joke, folks. Look it up. We've done it on other shows. Anyway, be that as it may, a good level set, you're never going to go wrong. And I would also add there, look at it, like if you don't have a laser level set, get a good, or not, you don't have to get a good laser level, but have a laser level as well, because you can get the last one I bought was about $50. But it's really nice because it's got the cross on it. It's a cross, and you just set it down, turn it on, and it's level, puts on the floats. Those are always really good too. But I've started finding myself using both regular levels and laser levels. So I always like to have those. You have to have one, because things need to be square.
Yeah, I'll just add that, if guys out there, if your girlfriend or your wife they hang a lot of pictures and things like that, you can go get these little tiny laser levels, and I carry one in my bag, and you can just put a pin in it in the wall and shoot a laser on the wall. They're real small. It's a stocking stuffer.
Yeah.
And
they're great. I mean, it's really it's a game. They're almost a game changer.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah,
it's really one of those things. So the next group that we put together, this is just kind of a personalized and fun idea. These are just some kind of cool, fun things, and we don't actually have real sources for some of these places, but you can find them if you go do internet searches. And some of the things are, so I mean, I travel a little bit in the gun world, and you can go to gun shows, and there's always guys that have laser engravers there, right? So you can have pretty much anything you want engraved. And I know you can find this. There's people all over the place that'll do this kind of work, do a Facebook search, do just a basic internet search, and you'll find some people. But just kind of great things like personalize a hammer, right? Like take a hammer and put in, I don't know, whatever you want, but put their name on it, or do something kind of cool with that, laser engrave in a hammer. It's just kind of an idea, or laser engrave any tool, but a hammer is just kind of one of those things. It's the one we used as the thought.
I never even thought about that.
Yeah, isn't that kind of a cool idea? Yeah. Like, it's just kind of a cool idea.
Something you can put on your shelf for some kind of, the kicks or something like that,
Or use it if if you're out in an area with a lot of other. Johnny, do tools ever disappear off a job site?
All the time.
Kind of hard when your name's engraved on it, right?
Yeah. I got stories about why you don't want to do some of that, but I'll save that for later.
Has to do with something like 680 deaths by hammer per year, and you really don't want the blood on yours. Anyway,
or you leave your tools in the wrong spot, like an engine. But let's move on from there.
You're working on an airplane. Holy smokes. Anyway, can you say contingent liability? That's right. Anyway, so another thing is, and there's a million people out there that do this kind of stuff, but this is just like put handyman socks, get some socks with handyman quotes on them. You know, measure twice, cut once, nailed it, or whatever. Come up with some kind of cool,
I mean, once again, these are great little, Christmas ideas that, they've got them all over the place. I've seen them on Amazon, stuff like that, where you can get these.
They're everywhere.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, just kind of a little something different. We'll call it that. It's something different. And the same thing. Do the same thing with like a watch. Just you can do. There's all kinds of just specialized gifts. You can have a handyman watch. Whatever, all kinds of things. Gosh, Johnny, speaking of it, I think maybe that people should have a Handyman Pro Radio Show mug, 15.5-ounce size, by the way.
Right.
For drinking their coffee out of, because, by the way, the 15.5-ounce size is bigger than a normal mug, and it's, in my world, absolutely perfect for drinking coffee out of.
Essential.
Did I just say that? Anyway, go to handymanprosradioshow.com, and there is a page there where you can get that stuff. What a shameless plug. But actually, but in a different sense, you can get customized coffee mugs made that are the same thing. And folks, I was in the vending and coffee business for a long time, and I used to sell 8-ounce cups. I pissed off more people with an 8-ounce cup. Do at least 12 ounces, and personally, I think do 15 ounces of coffee. You'll make people much happier. That's just my advice. So anyway, get it. But personalize a coffee mug. There's so many things you can do. Today the internet makes this all a reality.
Yeah.
Customized stuff. It's just, and it's not terribly expensive. Our mugs are what? I think they're $16 or something. They're not terribly expensive. Folks.
Yeah, something like that.
They're something like that. I think they're less than 20. I haven't checked in a while.
Yeah, and for a shameless plug, I don't even have mine right with me right now. Of all things, I use it every single day, and now I don't have it when you bring it up. So
I literally,
yeah. What kind of sales guys are we, huh?
I know we're not. Yeah, we're getting it. We're missing it. So, and then what's our next group, Johnny?
What do you got here? Some luxury stuff.
Luxury
picks. Yeah.
Johnny wanted to start this one off with a gold-plated toilet for his house.
Yeah. That's the highest priority.
Anyway, so
I'm calling my financial advisor right after this to get the money
to make the gold toilet. Yeah, right. Oh my God, folks, I'm not even going there. There are people that have actually done that. Anyway, be that as it may, that's neither here nor there. Johnny and I really decided many years ago. We did a show on the space shuttle got a new toilet. I want or not the space shuttle, the International Space Station.
Oh, that's right.
I want an International Space Station toilet. That's what I want. That's a damn piece of engineering work right there. It's seriously, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's something else.
Anyway, something happened to it. I think that's what was in the news. Something happened. I can't remember. Anyways,
I
can't revisit that show one time.
Yeah. We should do that. But get a really nice Milwaukee or DeWalt cordless tool, cordless drill set with an impact gun as well. Those are the kinds of things that and get some big batteries for it as well. But that's going to cost you a couple $100, but that's a really nice thing. And nobody ever says, you never really say, I don't need another drill is what it is. It's what you always need.
I will say that they're on sale right now.
And that's the other side.
At the big box stores.
They are on sale. So
I will say this, what I've noticed is that there's a lot more competition in cordless tools right now.
Right.
And I noticed that the tools that never went on sale are now on sale.
Yeah.
Just like the other tools. Everybody's competing for the market because they are with
more shameless plug, Johnny. Hey, if you want us to review your tools, send us one.
Yeah. If you to send a picture of your tool to Larry, he'll review.
Speaking of shameless plugs for people that have sponsored or that have sent us some tools, some things. So we should probably go over that. Chapman Manufacturing makes the greatest little tool kit you've ever had in your whole life.
Screwdrivers.
The screwdrivers, and this is real custom.
I mean, that's the real deal.
Really nice stuff. They're fairly inexpensive. They're about $100, I think. Well, there's a bunch of different,
but it's all real precision stuff.
Super precision stuff. Nice.
So when you're taking your car apart or you're rebuilding or refurbishing a car, things like that, you really appreciate good quality tools like that.
Good quality. Made in the USA too, by the way. And been around forever, folks. You go to ChapmanManufacturing.com. You'll see you'll see the tool. You've seen them before if you've been hanging around. Usually in your grandfather's shop. That's where I first got mine. And then my dad had one, and then
I had one. My dad, yeah.
And also other shameless boots too. Georgia Boot sent us some beautiful boots that we got a chance to review. We did a review show a couple of weeks ago on that one. And so gosh, folks, if somebody needs some boots, I would recommend these Georgia boots. They have been outstanding for me. They really are really, really nice. So anyway, we're kind of digressing, but these are people that have sent us some stuff. Also Cassetta, for that matter. Gee, I'm thinking about all these things that have been running across my desk. Cassetta does switches. So if you want to do like a 3-way switch, it's wireless 3-way. It's cool shit. It really works well.
It's good stuff.
Easy peasy. So,
well, I won't let Larry digress too far here because I'm the producer. So
there you go.
I'll cut him off. You do have but that is true. There's been a lot of good folks that we've talked to over the last couple of years.
Yeah, yep, sure have. And my Chapman set actually sits in with my gunsmithing stuff. So
yes,
it's my go-to for my good stuff.
You know what? I've got mine in my machinist. I've got a machinist toolbox.
Yep.
That a rollaway toolbox that I've got, and it's in there where I don't take those tips out, and so I can't abuse them. But when I take things apart, that's when I use them.
That's when you use them.
Yeah.
Yep.
When I have to take
for me.
Yeah, quality stuff apart, that's when I use those things.
Correct. That's exactly where I'm at with them as well. So, yeah. So one of the other things we had here, we had the ReadyWare's waxed canvas tool bucket. This is a very nice thing. It's 50 pounds of gear, and it's leather handles, and it looks to give you the very vintage vibe. It's a pretty cool thing. You can find that. I believe that's out there on Amazon. So that's just a kind of another, more of a different thing. And this last one, Johnny, both you and I have these. I have found I love these things. And this is a multifunction work table. I think which one do we have? The Keeter one?
Yeah,
right?
I would love if I could find, if I've been looking, if they ever go on sale again, and maybe I've missed it, I mean, that's not like every day. That's my mission to look for this thing. But when I do, I would love to have another one.
Yeah, these like in this case, there's a whole series there's a bunch of different manufacturers that have these multifunction tables, and they're all basically they're $100 to $200, in general. But the particular ones that Johnny and I both got them, they were on special. When actually, did we plan buying them together? I don't think we did. I think we both found them at the same time. And ours are made by Keeter, Keter. And the beauty of these is they fold completely flat, and then you pop them out just with two fingers and slam them down, and the legs pop out, and then they've got a second shelf, and they brace out, and they've got clamps on them. And man, they're really, really nice if you're doing mobile jobs. I mean, really, really nice.
You've got to, folks, if you don't have one of these things, you've got to get one.
Yeah.
I use it all the time here at my house.
Yeah.
Because when I'm in the garage and I need to set something up, I'll tell you where I do use it all the time too is when I wash my car. I always take it out, set it up, and I put all my all the car stuff, the soaps and waxes and stuff on this thing, so I can easily get to it. It's off the ground,
Yep. And they hold like 300 pounds.
Oh
right?
No, they'll hold more than that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of manufacturers too, folks. So you can kind of shop. I think I've seen one from DeWalt, and I've seen they're all similar. So it's sort of a bit of, kind of figure out what your person wants, kind of thing. But the key for me is that they're quick to set up. There isn't this particular one. You flip two little tabs and you just shake it and it pops down and it's done, right?
And it has clamps. It has clamps. It slides in it. Rails in it that you can clamp stuff to. It is a fantastic product. I'll tell you. Along with that thought, is that the other thing that I'm using all the time are those. What are they? The steel, the little steel sawhorses.
The very thin ones.
Yeah, the thin ones.
Yeah, like the craft.
Yeah. And they clamp together so you can carry both of them at once. And they're little, they're light, and they are they're the bomb.
They're made out of, is it 3/4 square steel tube or is it inch? Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's small. It's really small, and they compact down really, really small. So they don't take up all this room. And they hold like 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, they're the bomb,
strong.
Man. That thing is
they're
great.
A lot stronger than you realize. So so those are just some. So that's some of the things that we got for Christmas this year. My leg is cramping, and I look like I'm having convulsions because I actually am. But anyway. Be that as it may, Johnny, the spaceship has landed. Do we look at it or do we take it apart? That's the question.
Well, Larry,
question for a number of years.
I just speaking of all these tools, I don't know what they've looking at your never mind. All right. All right, we're good, Larry. We're good.
All right, folks, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, it's questions at handymanprosradioshow.com. We do all kinds of stuff. We're at Handyman Pros on Facebook as well. It's just a place to go see us. We will post these lists out on our Facebook. So with that, Johnny, take us home.
All right, folks, listen, have a great week. Go shopping for some of this stuff. Everybody will be real happy with some of these suggestions here, and we'll see you next time on the Handyman Pros Radio Show.